The Grigsby is one of the largest privately owned pieces of property in the state of Illinois. It's absolute whitetail paradise. But that comes with a lot of responsibility. With a place this big in central Illinois, you can manage an amazing deer herd with good numbers, mature bucks, and even a few 200 inchers every once in a while. But if you implement the wrong management practices, you can decimate a deer herd, and it could take years to recover. Even though the Grigsby is primarily an agricultural property, it's still important to plant food plots to keep your property's carrying capacity as high as possible. Fall and winter is when these deer need quality food the most, and with the advanced farming practices, not much is left behind after the crops are harvested in today's world. So I plant everything from clover, brassicas, corn, beans, so they can have everything they need year-round.
Multitasking a little bit, getting these clover patches cut nice, putting out some trail cameras, checking trail cameras. That's a good looking patch of clover though. Man, this is beautiful. To have planted this spring and have this good a clover patch, I'm super excited about it. Spy point camera, this is the way to go. I'm gonna put this thing out and then move on to the next spot. We got plenty of cutting to do. That's just one of 14 clover patches this size I've got to do, not to mention all the roads, trails, and everything to all the stands.
We may have a lot of food plots, but we also have one of the largest pieces of property in the state. It can hold a lot of deer. The best way to keep the numbers under control is by harvesting does. We have a management plan in place with the Grigsby family, and we've consulted numerous biologists. We set a quota each year for does and bucks, and when we hit that number, we're done. Sometimes it's hard to get enough does taken each season, and if the crop damage is too bad on the farm, we've even worked with the state of Illinois to get degradation tags in order to harvest does in the summer months.
We just snuck up here on top of this hill, looking down on these beans, and these deer are just destroying them. I know the farm will be happy that we killed one of their bean eaters, but nice thing about that doe is we've watched her for a long time. She doesn't have a fawn, so that's cool. Try to get these old barren does off. I mean, that's a big old doe. Another doe just walked out. Perfect. We don't even have to move. Let's get on her. It did go over. If she stops, I'll just put it right on her and let it eat. Why is she wagging her tail like that? She just fell down. She's dead. Gun's clear. 2 does, same spot. Worked out perfect. That one ran like I might have missed her. I thought for a second, I was like, oh, the savage is on. But I didn't. She just ran a little bit and then piled up. Both those does don't have fawns, which is awesome. And then we don't have to worry about that. But we've got to get some of these deer out of here. There's just so many deer on the Grigsby farm, and they're just destroying crops. So, you know, these are crop degradation tags. So that's what makes it legal to be able to do this. They issue the farm 10 antlerless tags, or 10 tags, deer tags, and then per farm. But because the Grigsby is so big, it's one for each county, because the county line kind of splits our property in half. So we can take 20, and it helps the farm. It helps us from a management standpoint too, because we're able to get our antlerless numbers up, because as non-residents we can only shoot but a couple. This is the coolest part about this, is we're going to donate all this meat to the local soup kitchen. Cast Meats processor here locally that we use does a great job, and they take care of facilitating that for us. So we're going to go gut these deer, and then we're going to take them down to Cast Meats, and some less fortunate folks are going to have some good eating out of this too. So good story all the way around. It's good for the farm, it's good for the crops, it's good for our deer management, and it's good for some people that are hungry. Last night we saw a group of bucks come out right here where these deer are coming out, and that 8 point that just popped out was with that big 10 last night. And I got a clover patch just in the bottom off this field called the house food plot, and that 10 was all over that camera. I pulled a spy point today, and he's definitely there. I have found the last couple of years that these summer pattern bucks, where they like to stay, if I got a food plot, they'll hit regular, like a clover patch or something like that, that in that early October hunt, they're almost always right there. They're home bodies until they get broke up and start really getting ready for the rut, I bet you that we can kill this 10-pointer in October on that clover patch. I almost guarantee. And then right just beyond that, we just planted a turnip patch. One of those 2 food plots, that 10 could be shot right there. I almost guarantee you. He's not out in the field yet, but I bet he will be because he was here last night with that same group of bucks. And I was talking earlier when we were looking at trail cam pictures about a buck with a messed up rack would be a good one for Randy. That 8-pointer would be a good one for you, Jamie. You guys take care of the management deer this year.
It's October in Illinois, and Jamie and I are ready to do some deer hunting. We've checked our trail cameras and found our target bucks, but first we've got to do our part and shoot a doe or 2.
All I see is a coyote. Smoke me a coyote. They learn not to run my deer off. Well, one less predator to be killing our deer, so good management practice anyway. Anytime I see a coyote, I'm gonna whack it. Here she comes. Oh, yeah. She's down right there. I mean, she barely got into the trees. Excalibur. That's that Assassin 420. You ain't stopping that bolt at 420 feet per second. Did you see that thing blow through her? That was wicked. Man, I tell you, don't matter how fast your bow is, vertical bow, crossbow, it doesn't matter. That's why I'm a fixed blade guy. Nothing's stopping that. As soon as it touches the hide, it's cutting. It's gonna punch through. And I got a deer laying 40 yards from where I shot it. I don't even have to track it. I watched it fall over. I mean, it's awesome. Well, it's not always about a big set of antlers, you know. We love eating venison. My family eats it, and you know, there ain't nothing more organic or cleaner meat than this. All these deer are doing is standing here eating this beautiful clover all day. So it's time to go grab the gator and load her up and get out of here. Mission accomplished. Big doe down.